No, I haven't. No, I've not been challenger. I'm 32 and I've only ever played this game while full-time working, man, making a YouTube channel. So, no. Basically, think of it this way. I always played while teaching, full-time. I, at the same time, was also making this YouTube channel, equivalent of full-time. However, during the day, whenever I had moments of peace between classes and such, I would simply watch VODs. I would simply study the game. I would simply watch challenger players talk on stream. I'd watch LS. I'd watch any bit of educational content I could get during those downtimes. Which means while I didn't get to practice my mechanics to that level, I was just absorbing the game for years and years on end. And when I got home, I would play a couple games in the evening when I had time, and that's it. And as soon as I went full-time on YouTube, I got master tier, and I realized I'm old as fuck, and I like this better. And I also like playing Ornn more than I like playing meta. That's my story, right? That's my story. No, I have not been a coach for a professional team, although I will not rule it out in the future, but I feel like I need more... I need to speak... And look, I appreciate that, Goat and Doge. As someone who's been a teacher for 10 years and an actual coach in many sports. Nice, Invade. Nice, Invade. I would love to coach at that level at some point, but I need more high elo exposure because I'm obviously too old and don't have the time to go and spam 15 hours of solo queue a day to get my mechanics good, right? To match my game knowledge, and I don't want to. I'd much rather coach. When I play the game, I play like a coach. Like I'm just looking at the game, like what can I analyze instead of focusing what I should be doing. So if I was to go into that space, this is nice. If I was to go into that space, I would actually go to LS and say, listen, can we chat about, you know, the higher tiers of play and sort of fill the gaps in knowledge. But yes, I value my teaching ability above that kind of stuff. So anyway, onto the Rengar. Look at this. You go for the invade, you get the first blood, which is very nice. Watch the pathing. Watch the pathing, right? Yeah, you will never be the best coach and the best player at the same time. Like Phil Jackson wasn't Michael Jordan, but he was the Michael Jordan of coaching. Think about that. So the pathing here is very good. In case they deep warded, right, while they invaded, he takes the around pathing approach. And if we take both tiers of vision, look at this. You see this, right? Yeah, I love the last dance, it's good. So you see this ward here. So this is just prudent, good diamond level pathing, right? We have 2 stacks from the plant. All is normal, okay? We get a little bit of a leash, good. We go to this one, use the bush. Let's smite the big one. There we go. Okay, hit the babies. Okay. Okay, we got 3 stacks. That's good. Which one do we go for? Okay, Scrub Noob likes to leap to this one. The issue here is now you will be detected, right? You will be detected because there's no ways. If you're a Kayn and Evelyn, like Evelyn's really good, right? You can W the big raptor, you Q it over the wall, and then you drag it into the pit. And the only way they see you is if they physically click on the map. Which in high elo, D3 they might, but in high elo, it's unlikely that they do that every single game. But it's good practice, sort of. With Rengar, you don't have that issue, that ability, so you have to sort of just go in. But a bit of priority on the small, medium raptor would have been good, just so you have higher HP. Here now, you know the Lee Sin ganks bottom lane, 12 CS. Wait, has it done it again? Can I not see the... I can't see the camps again. Patch 10.10. So, we see him with 12 CS, which means Grump, blue, red, into bottom lane gank, okay? That's pretty standard. I can't see the camps of the minimap because of the replay glitch. So once that happens, okay, you know he's coming up into the river, you can see that, so this is good. Good trapping, right? The problem is, we have to execute this perfection. Yeah, it's a bug. It's a bug. Both. Hit the empowered Ebola. He smites it. Misclicks. Misclicks. So, let's see. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. If you don't jump onto the crab and you jump straight into the Lee Sin, that's a dead guy. But Twitch chat, there's a twist. No, he's dead 100%. Because that's no, he's dead. right? In this moment, he dies because you have the auto attack here, but he jumped into the crab. So that auto damage, right, went into the crab instead of being an auto on the Lee Sin. So this moment he'd be dead. It's perfect. And now you can go back up this way, get this crab, which is 85. You could even try, if you have a smite up, which he does, he could even try and take away the raptors here. Like, he has quite a lot of options, but the Dyna's looming. But what actually happens, right? Yeah. So once you misclick this, right? Yeah, bigger. F in the chat. Virkayu II. You know, everyone's upset. Once you miss the once you sort of do this, okay, and he gets out, I think. I mean, you don't sort of discredit this. You sort of, like, this is fine, you know, because you get the bush jump, auto into R, another auto, and you get the E. Like, at this point, it's just a bit unlucky, but I feel like as soon as you see this, you just have to cut your losses. I think if you right Twitch said you got to cut your losses, because, I mean, if they come here and they heal, woo, you know, it's so unnecessary. But I get it. I get it. It sucks. But if you want to get through Diamond, this is the small thing. Yeah, most people agreed for it. But this is a small thing that changes the nature of the game. And we talked about this last week with Toots, who was D2, D1, right? He got D1 the other day, and he's just trying to get to the Master push. We talked about one small thing that implicated the next 10 minutes, right? I would not have followed the Lee. I think I would have kept my flash. But because I am a bit more of a safe player, which isn't how you want to play Rengar, right? Like, all Rengar players are trying to make this play. But as soon as you don't get it, you just have to say, no, I got nothing left. I got nothing left. Because, I mean, you get his flash, you get the... Exactly. I look at it from that perspective. But that's why I don't jungle Rengar really anymore, because my mindset is wrong for this. But notice the difference to the Kayn, right? He doesn't do his blue and wolves first. He goes straight to the outermost objective. Now... what you have to consider is if this dude sticks around in the area, he had Buff Grump, Buff Grump into a gank, into burning his flash, right? Because the bottom lane rotating gave him the heal and the Triumph proc, that means the guy now can stay in the jungle. So if he didn't actually get the kill, and he didn't get the heal from the bottom lane, and he didn't get the Triumph proc from the Rengar dying, he most likely has to go back to base or be very, very low. Okay? So immediately, because of this, we've given the Lee Sin the ability to stick around a lot longer and do his Krugs and do his red. And now he can try again on the bottom side. All of that for a little bit of greed. Small. So we get this. This is nice. I don't think I would anticipate the Lee Sin being in the area. Sort of naturally, I might think, okay, maybe he did red and recalled, but at the same time, it's 50-50 in my mind. I probably think, hey, you know, he could easily try and gank again bottom lane, but there's nothing you can do at this stage. Also think you should have placed this. You have 0. I mean, you should place it or have the scanner at this point. The scanner would be huge for you, so that's also something worth noting. You could have warded, here as you flashed and things like this, and just got a scanner afterwards. I mean, added. But here you go, you see? This, again, a little bit wasted. I understand the principle here. We want Tiamat as soon as possible. You're kind of shadowing in case the Lee Sin shows, so that's good. We take the wolves. We go on up. Onto the raptors. Everything now is basically about maximizing our experience. So this is what I'm talking about when you guys feel like you're a bit behind. Okay, so there's your defensive vision, right? But if we think about it, Lee Sin is most likely going to be on this top crab. So the sequencing here is immediately out of death. Let me take this. I take this, I take this. I shadow bottom lane in case Lee Sin shows up. He doesn't. So I sequence everything top lane to control my jungle, right? I place this because I know Lee Sin at this point would have reset 100% and he's going to be on this crab. I cannot fight him right now. But he didn't actually go and buy anything. He just transitioned up. This guy's stuck on the field for so long. I don't know if I agree with this, because Like, if you run into the Rengar and you haven't spent your gold, and you have no flash and no vision available to you to ward hop, kind of risky from the Lee Sin. Kind of risky. But nonetheless, the Rengar doesn't really understand what the Lee Sin's doing, so focus on your camp sequencing. This is fine. But again, I'm not looking at the lane states because we're focusing on his jungling right now. Obviously, lane states is imperative to this, but Bard is decent setup. This is not good setup, but LeBlanc does. But here, you could look for a gank perhaps, but it's too late. I mean, you started top side, you went bottom side, you're back top side again, but she's in base, so you reset as well. Reset, get your teammate, go to red. Yeah? We want to get 6 as soon as possible. So unfortunately, Grump should be up. Okay, now we're looking. We don't have 6. I think in this case, you gotta give this up. You gotta give this up. Don't even, just do wolves, you know? Like, if you're gonna sequence bottom to top, or if you want to reset it to top to bottom, you either do Grump into wolves, or you do wolves into Grump to get 6. As close to 6 as possible. I don't think we want to try and do anything until we hit 6 now. It's sort of like, early game sucked, we gotta transition. Because the Lee Sin is, let's see. He's ignored his top side, right? Just to get this, because he has bot prio. So there's nothing you can do. I mean, they've got this wave here. Look at this. Like, they have to walk all the way around, or risk being destroyed. You don't have ult to get in. You can just clear this vision. For me, this is wasted time. And that's nice, but can you go on it? No. Look at mid. It's Soraka. It's Soraka, you know? Bot has no prior. Soraka is Soraka. Diana will definitely turn the tides of this fight big time. I mean, for me, unless you have 6 or something, there's no point being here. You could easily just be going back up. And now you could go into the Herald. Like, instead of wasting time here, you just go Grump, Wolves, get level 6. This is now nicely done by Soraka, so this is denied. We don't have to touch this. The crab's going to be spawning here. If they're on this, there's no ways the Lee Sin did blue. There's literally no way he did blue. You can see he doesn't even have it from the buds. Can you? No, you can't even see it, but there's no ways he did blue. So you could easily just sequence up and take all of this, right? Like, that's fine early. So I feel like this just wasted time. And you see, bot lane, look, this is what I'm talking about. You had the wave pushing in. As soon as you go into the river, you're split now. Look at this. What is any competent diamond team gonna do, right? Just turn on you, 2v1. You don't have 6, you don't have 6. Now you lose flash. Now, this is nice, because, you know, there we go. That's opportunistic, but is it really worth anything? 1 assist? We could be on Herald already. If I was a bot, I would have Penta stolen. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't think we need to... Oh, that's their control ward. Forget me. I'm still in the last game when they were blue team. That's never mind. Forget me. So here, this is good, right? This is the alpha moment. This is the alpha moment. Can we rescue this game from the depths of sadness? Okay. We have Bard with us. Hello, Board. Brad, Board, Bard. Boop-de-booped. Okay. He wants to go invading. You know Lee Sin was holding mid. You know Lee Sin's going in. The Diana has reset. Okay. The cannon is currently resetting, which means you currently have a 2v1 in his jungle. Right? This is when you want to lay down the alpha. The scrub noob. The Kane from Korea. The top laner. The Rengar wizard. You know, this is where you want to take control. And I feel like Bard here is buying you time just to take everything else. So, do you fight him here? No. You don't. Cannon doesn't have TP, Diana doesn't have TP, they're both reset. You could fight him, but he has ultimate for disengage. He's, you know, at this point, you could at least take his stuff. We don't. So, like, for me, this is a bit of an unfortunate event. You know? Like, we could have gone straight into his jungle. Because if you're watching this reset, he's holding, which means C reset 100%. Like there's no ways he's here doing it if Diana's still in the lane. So you know if they reset, and you know he didn't do blue if he goes straight to dragon. From a diamond perspective, we should at least be aware of this. So, you know, take and fall back to the Herald. Or just do the Herald. If Bard is gonna run interference, do something about it. It's like there's a plane taking off and you really need to get on it. So someone stops the plane from taking off, and then you're just like, yeah, never mind. Nah, I'll take the next one. You had interference. And because of that, we give him this, right? We give him all of this, which we should have denied. So now as Rengar, you have no other option but to head down. So now you've got your ultimate. What do we all want to do as Rengar? Lane, gank, ultimates. Here we go. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Sorry, speed up, slow down. Okay. I watch like you watch. Fear. There we go. No F. We got the stonks. I don't think we... Yeah. I mean, you could have just killed him. I mean, I think you could have killed him just with an EQ, right? Like empowered EQ, if you're worried about the flash and stuff. But he doesn't have any sums. So... prime your Q. There we go. I know you're cleansing this. Like, I know, actually, yeah. Never mind me. I look at it in slow motion and I see the damage. You watch it in full, it's very interesting. You watch it in full time and you think, you could have just eat him. But then you actually watch the Nami ult with the damage. It's actually kind of intense. Like, this is insane, this heal. You cleanse yourself and you get heal. But at the same time, if you have Bloodline or something like, cause he's electric you, but... yeah. Fine, good gank. Thumbs up, alright? It's always easier to talk after the fact than when you're in the moment. Help shove. But, here's my point. Here's my point. Right? By doing this, we lose the Herald that we could have had. So we're trying to contest a dragon that's lost, and instead of counter jungling or anything, you know, like with Rengar, you have to be really like opportunistic about this stuff, because obviously the scaling on your kid is insane. So for me, the game is decided in terms of tempo. You don't have a lead. Now we're waiting to gank again. So this is good, though. This is good, right? Given the situation, this is good. We should be able to get a kill here. There we go. No F still. Nami's a good champion that exists. We're able to get a kill there. Hopefully Bard will give you this one. All right. I mean, it would have been nice if you got both. Okay. We should get bottom crab here. Okay. This I remember. This I remember watching. Okay. Look at this. All right. Here you have to say, right, what's happening on the map right now? So we smite this for HP. I don't know why, because you know there's some plants here that do the same thing, and you know they look a little like a fungus. You know, I'll give you that. They look a bit creepy, and the scuttle crab likes to suck on them, but they're fine. They're fine to eat. They're safe. I mean, we don't need to waste a smite on this. Secondly, the Bard does a great job, okay, of ulting the tower, except he does it way too soon. So the charge here, like right now, you want to hit it. So unfortunately, the Bard messes up. Here you're looking at this, and you're thinking, let me rotate. I'm thinking. Cannon's rotating. They're coming here. I have no ultimate. Actually, is your ult up again? Your ult is up again. Okay. Let's see how it plays out, and then we'll assess. Because we know Cannon's coming. We know he's arriving. It's Cannon. So that's silly, right? You're never gonna kill him. Low risk play. Sorry, high risk play. High risk play. You cannot ult and kill a cannon at this point. Okay? You cannot kill an ADC at this point. So, for me, what is an alternative, Twitch chat, to this play? Your team should have this under control. Okay? You could ult, but they know you're coming, so they're just gonna leave on the top side. There's no ways you arrive in time. Your only realistic target is the cannon. So I understand sort of helping your team, but for me, all I see is the following. As a bit of a selfish jungler that's sort of willing to let things develop a little bit. Kill this. Level 8 Raptors. We are level 7. Thank you. Level 7 Krugs. Thank you. Now I can shove this wave. Okay. We have to watch the bottom lane, of course, because they died. So at the very least, we get Scuttle, Vision Denial, take these. Maybe we hit this plant over and take rid of this. Maybe we don't greed on the wave. That might be a little bit, you know, let's see. Yeah. So definitely Scuttle Raptors. You're doing the Scuttle. You're doing the Raptors. You can get this kited out. As soon as you see bottom lane, you can ditch. Right? You can ditch. And this dragon's coming up. So what you can do is do those, reset, and then go down to dragon. You don't need to do your red buff right now. But you feel that you need to do your red buff right now because you're so behind in experience. Yeah, Krugs are iffy. I mean, this is why it's very tight, but that's what I'm saying. You can kite it out this way. You can kite it out this way. You should be okay. I mean, he has smite. Because remember, in this universe, we didn't waste smite on the Scuttle. Right? And we have Tiamat. And I think you're forgetting how quickly Rengar does this stuff. He rinses these camps. He rinses them so quickly. So, you know, maybe. But at the very least, you get some counter jungling done. But instead now, we've delayed. They've seen us. We haven't taken vision control. The dragon's going to be up very, very shortly. They've got a control ward here, a control ward here. He's got all his camps up. We don't have the Scuttle, right? Bottom lane has returned. And we're not really set up for this at all. We're not set up for this at all. And that for me is the issue. Like, we get it, but we're late to the party, right? Now, gold and plat, I call mid elo. Silver and below is low elo. Diamond is diamond, and then high elo is your master and plus. Like, I say diamond plus is high elo, which it is, but then higher elo, like true high elo, is of course master plus. But like, plat and diamond are not remotely the same thing. Do not even group them together. Just master, plat, and diamond have such a huge difference between them, it's insane. We don't group diamond and plat together. It's a different ballgame. Totally different ballgame. So here, you know, like what if we had set up? You know, like, I think you get it anyway, right? You get it anyway. But it's not about what you get anyway. It's what about you, it's what else you could have taken in the process. That's all. I don't know if we want to fight this Diana, though. I don't know if we want that fight. I think in this case, they're winning the... I don't think I feel confident in this fight. They're grouped up with a much better fight than us. I don't know... I think I just fall back. I think I just fall back in sequence. Like, you've got full camps. This will be coming up in a short while. I don't think we take that fight. Like, this is all an extension of the same play. Because we took that fight, right? Because we took this fight here, it gives them prio on mid. You know? This whole sequence gives them prio on mid. So, none of the people here should take this. So from the blue team's perspective, we say, okay, great. Alright, you wasted all your spells, your flashes, thanks for mid prio. We can shove this as a team and just basically end the game. But from Rengar's perspective, you should just be sequencing up. You'd be here anyway, right? You'd be here anyway. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But even though our KP is high, 6 of 7, the amount of experience we have as total in Rengar in this situation is just... It's just so much lower than what it should be. And our sequencing hasn't been optimal, our pathing hasn't been optimal. We reacted to too many things. Why is he pinging your smite? Why is he pinging your smite? You got the dragon. I mean, I know you didn't smite it, but... EU West things, ladies and gentlemen. See, for me, this is a bit weird. Like, why did we go Raptors to Krugs? Like, if you look at your pathing here, he's there, Bard is in base, LeBlanc is fidgeting in the jungle, Serac is in this place kind of being very cautious. You know, if you've got this up and this up, I know you sequenced Gromp into Wolves, but you didn't. You just did random Wolf Camp, and then you died here. So if you detach after the dragon, take Gromp into Wolves, you know, this can make sense in terms of bottom to top pathing, but in terms of the actual state of the game, it's a bit inefficient because you could easily just go from base into Krugs, down into Raptors, now you can be here. But instead you're gonna go down, up, down, and it's just wasted time, right? In my opinion, it's just, there's nothing gonna be happening right now that you would need to sort of have to consider that at all. There's nothing gonna be happening on the map, so you're safe. You don't need to shadow mid right now. Everyone reset, you don't need to shadow mid, so you don't need to be Raptors first. If there was a grouping mid, then yeah, we want to shadow. We want to be here, take the camps while we wait, look to see what we can do, you know, on the prowl Rengar stuff, but otherwise, you know, it is what it is. Again, it doesn't really mean anything, right? In the end, it doesn't mean anything, but it's just the little things that can save us time. And now instead of you could be, instead of here, you're here, right? Like, instead, you're already almost at blue. And crab. Soraka's what? Soraka's... LS is asking the Soraka to freeze. They're trapping. Don't even go there. Don't even go there at all. Yeah, this is fine. Stall. Stall and farm. We know they're all gonna be here, right? We know she's down there, but she has TP up soon if we're timing it. We're on the wrong side of the map now. We're on the wrong side of the map now. That's where that pathing timing comes in. Like, imagine if you're 10 seconds ahead of everything, right? Warded. They're just gonna death ball now. They know they have the better fight. I mean, you're down almost 2 levels to the Lee Sin. Where's the Lee Sin? What's he at? Okay. Okay. No, not that. You're like 1 level equivalent. No one's holding bottom lane. So you know you've got the team fight while she doesn't have TP. But LeBlanc is dead. Nah, you know, it's just... This is where Diamond things are just... Like, it's all about this first 15. You shouldn't be in this situation. So... We didn't take the Gromp for like 5 minutes, so that's wasted experience. We didn't retake this. We're not going to be able to stop this. She should know to back out. I feel like in this case, you should simply maximize your experience with the camps that are up. Rotate through here. And now you can look to fight over the Herald. You do not need to force a fight to necessarily force a fight for the sake of it. Which is twice now we've done that. Like, he has flash, so... LeBlanc gets killed by the blue team. What do we think, Twitch chat? What do we think? What should Rengar do? The only thing you can do in these situations, ladies and gentlemen, is control your jungle camps. Sequence. Control your own experience intake. Ward your jungle, be defensive. But we haven't done that. We haven't optimized our sequencing because you know you scale. So you let them have these little wins. Let them venture into your jungle. Just make sure you're controlling your own camps and sequencing them properly to maintain some sort of equitable lead. But we didn't. This is wasted. This Grump is what? Level 9. I mean, it got taken by, I think, must have been taken by someone else. But we didn't take it ourselves as Rengar, you know? For quite a while. What should Rengar do? WSRD. Okay, now we got some split push, right? We got Dragon up in a minute. I'm watching the Dragon timer. So we don't have 11 yet, but we could have 11. Again, we're behind the team. They're already fighting. We have Soraka, though. We have Soraka. Okay, that's low. Right, here we go. Good. We rotated in time. We get the kill on the Lee Sin. That's stonkingly good. Problem is it's Diana and Kennen. Run, my friends. So what would Rengar do in team fights? I don't think you straight win a team fight at all. AoE, AoE, heals, his flash is down, you can kill Lee Sin. I feel like if you're one dragon to one dragon, and you're down 5k, can you win a 5v5 dragon fight? Right? Your only option for fighting is total wave management. So for me, the fact that he rotates here and gets the Lee Sin is good, right? Like, that's nice. Okay, good. We get our Qs down. We get the triple Q onto the invisible, you know, body of the Lee Sin. But I feel like here we must disengage. You have to recognize that this guy is Kennen and that Diana is up. So she kills him. Now you just disengage, but don't disengage up into the chokehold. You know? Like you walk into a bush where they can sort of just AoE you down. I mean, it's fine to walk up through the river here into mid lane. Walk here, shove this wave while you do it, and just disengage up. I mean, you're gonna lose this anyway. So, try not to die at the same time. Any equal fight for you is pretty good, because you have Soraka, you have Varus, you have Bard, you have LeBlanc. The issue for me is the LeBlanc, obviously. That's a bit, you know, that's tough to work with. Very tough to work with. So, I'm not gonna say you necessarily win this game in every single situation, right? I think this game is very difficult, but you have to ask yourself then, where can I get my experience? And look at this, I mean, take these camps. When you just took these, it's great. Look at this wave. Look at this wave. Look at this wave. No one's touching the waves on red team. It's sort of just like the blue team's shoving it and we're sort of absorbing it slowly, but there's no coherent effort to sort of stack it. Because it's okay to give up a dragon or two when you're behind. And that's what I'm trying to sort of drive home as a point. If you get a kill and a shutdown on the Lee Sin, that's fine, yeah? Like, that's absolutely fine. But don't sort of, keep fighting. That's an NA way to do thing, right? Like, you're behind. I'm gonna show you after this one, if we have time, briefly, what I'm talking about. So now you know the Diana's split pushing, right? So you know she warded this, most likely, or at least, there you go. So that's warded. She knows Rengar might come down, but there's no ways you kill her. She's 3 levels up. The game is just so out of hand. The game is just so out of hand. Like, all the kills you get now are just clean up. You're the only one that gets kills just out of killing the Nami and the Lee Sin. Those are the only two you can realistically kill at this stage. Leave. They're taking your stuff now. So go push this wave. This is just sitting here. Split push. Get super fed. It's okay to give up some objectives. Okay, great. That's good. Nice pick. Push top. Take Krugs. I'm gonna show you again. But they have the Herald. There you go. Good job, bud. Very nice. There you go. That's how you do it. I mean, you're just slowly being starved. Don't face check. You could even go blue trinket here as Rengar. I mean, I don't think I would, but you could. Good. Kill the Lee Sin. You can't fight this guy. Look, Diana's just killing bottom lane. You're just so far behind. This is Diamond 3. This is Diamond 3. It should be up, right? Yeah. They got him. Good job. That's why I was watching it. Do not, for the love of Odin, chase. Like, it's twice Twice it costs you. The first time, you ruined your whole other game. The second time, you lose the game. Game's done now. Game's done. Game's done. Game's done. Like, they just have total control now. I mean, what are you gonna do? This is just a slow bleed out. It's just sad. The only thing you can kill is the Nami, and then you'll die afterwards every time.